I'm TheresaVee, and I'm so glad you're here. This is the place for big-hearted, empathetic souls just like you, who are here to shine their light, feel more alive, and make an impact. But do you ever feel like you're stuck? Like you're mired in cement? Maybe like your ideas, your energy, or your motivation just aren't there? Trust me, I get it. And if you're a sensitive, creative, world-changing soul, this can feel extra frustrating because you know you're meant for more and you feel that fire inside that's propelling you to do something. When you're feeling stuck, chances are that you're overthinking, overfeeling, or overperfecting. Does this sound familiar to you? Well, there's good news. The way out isn't nearly as complicated as your brain is making it seem. Stuck is just a story that your body and your mind are telling you, and today we're flipping the script. Move your body to move your mind. First things first, if you want to change a thought, move a muscle. Movement shakes up stagnation, physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. Try this right now. Pause the video, and if these things are available to you, stand up, shake out your hands and feet, your limbs, bounce up and down on your toes. Do a few deep knee bends, jumping jacks. If you're watching this from your couch, just roll your shoulders, stretch your neck. Notice how even the smallest of movements starts to shift your energy. For bonus points, take a walk outside. Movement isn't always about an intense workout. In this case, it's about signaling to your brain and your body that it's go time instead of stuck time. Love your lymph. If you're feeling sluggish, it might not just be in your head. Your lymphatic system could need some TLC. The lymphatic system is like the garbage barge of the body, carrying toxins through and out. The problem is that it doesn't have its own pump. Movement is what keeps it flowing, because the pumping of your heart helps it to circulate. You can also support your lymphatic system with what's on your plate. Fresh red foods like cherries, pomegranate, berries, and beets, anything that will stain your hands red, are great for the lymphatic system, as are dark leafy greens and fennel, fresh or in a tea. Including probiotics and fermented foods in the diet increases your ability to digest. And when you're digesting well, your lymph is flowing well. You can even support your lymphatic system if you're sitting on the couch watching a movie. Try a little self-massage to get the lymph moving. If you're curious about where it might be stuck, look for cellulite. That's your first clue. Take imperfect action. This one is huge and often very difficult. Stop waiting for clarity, confidence, or the perfect moment. Action creates clarity. As Janelle Monáe says, perfectionism is the enemy of greatness. It's also the enemy of progress. Over time, I've seen people hold back incredible work because it wasn't perfect and they didn't feel ready. Meanwhile, I've watched a friend and colleague send out unformatted emails with solid information and resources. No fancy graphics, no styling, and she got an amazing response. Why? Because she took imperfect action and delivered value. So what's one small, imperfect action that you can take right now? Is it writing that first sentence? Recording the messy first draft? Making that call you've been avoiding? Clarity comes through movement, not before it. So get moving. Just begin. Cross the midline. Have you ever gotten caught in repetitive thoughts or emotional responses that keep you stuck? As simple as it sounds, passing an object from hand to hand over the midline of your body helps to break that cycle. Don't just take my word for it, try it. Rate how stuck you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Grab an object, it can be any object, a pen, a ball, your phone, whatever is close. Take it in one hand, I'm using this Post-it pad, and simply pass it from hand to hand over the midline of your body. Just like this, cross the midline. Check in with yourself after 1 minute and see if that number has dropped from where you started. The goal is to continue the activity until that feeling comes down to a 0 to 2. But why does this work? This simple trick activates both hemispheres of your brain. Very often, when you're stuck in repeated thoughts or conditioned emotional responses, you're stuck in one area of the brain. This activity helps you to step out of those mental loops and back into flow. Clear it out. We often forget how deeply and thoroughly our space affects our energy. If you're feeling stuck, clear your space. This can be your desk, a closet, your inbox, or even just one drawer. Organize your contacts. Delete apps. Put away that mountain of laundry you've been avoiding. This might seem, at first, like an escapist tactic when you're on a deadline, but it's not. Remember, to change a thought, move a muscle. Once your space is clear, you create room for the inspiration and the clarity and the synchronicities to appear. Think of it this way. A guest can't enter your home if the doorway is blocked with clutter. Your next big idea or inspiration is that guest. Clear it out, and clarity will come. Take a look at your inner circle. You've probably heard the saying that you become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. And while that might not be an exact science, there's truth to it. Energy is contagious. So if you're feeling stuck, it's an invitation to look around. Are the people in your life uplifting you, challenging you, and expanding your perspective? Or, alternatively, are you having the same conversations, arguments, and repeating the same patterns over and over? This isn't about just cutting people off or making anyone wrong. It's about noticing where your energy goes. If your relationships keep pulling you into patterns or old stories that no longer fit, it might be time to make a shift. This could mean changing the way you engage with those already in your life, or seeking out new relationships with like-hearted people. A community that aligns with where you're growing and not just where you've been. Let's be very clear about this. You don't need to be like-minded on everything. In fact, it's probably better if you're not. Growth happens when you're exposed to new ideas and perspectives. The key is to be like-hearted, surrounded by people who share your values, your vision of the world, and your commitment to growth and evolution. So just a quick recap of all that we've covered. Move your body to shift your thoughts. Support the healthy functioning of your lymphatic system for more energy. Take imperfect action. Cross the midline of your body to break those mental loops. Clear your space to make room for clarity. Surround yourself with like-hearted people to support your growth. Now tell me in the comments, what's one action that you're committing to right now? I would love to hear from you. If you've loved this content and are ready to take the next step on your journey, I would love to support you. You can learn more about my membership program called the Healing Hub by clicking the link in the description of this video or in the comments section below. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend who might need a little nudge today. Sometimes it's the most loving thing you can do. You've got this. You were built for this. You are here in this moment to shine your light and move freely through the world. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Much love.